Welcome back, everybody, to the channel. Welcome back to Planet Coaster, and welcome back to Haunted Hills. Now, in this episode, I'm going to reveal to you some things that I have done to this park, and it's been quite a lot. I know from what you look here, it doesn't look like I've done much, but I have. If you remember in the last episode, we built Camp Crystal Lake, and I was going to construct a Friday the 13th ride. However, in the last episode, I talked about expanding my park, and I actually did that. So when I expanded my park, I was actually able to get quite a bit more land. So what I did was actually built a completely new entrance, and I've got some rides. I've got the park open, and I've got the game currently paused so you can see what's going on. But here is Camp Crystal Lake, just a brief overview of what I did. There's the lake, and now I can expand my lake a lot further because remember the property line ended here. And now I've expanded it all the way back to here. So now I can make Crystal Lake quite a bit bigger if I need to. And then I'm going to build my Friday the 13th ride. I'll actually probably build Friday the 13th, the ride over here, because this is the lodge and restaurant here. And of course, you know, you walk through the woods, and this is where all the stuff is, the entrance. So let me show you what I have done since I built this park. Since the last episode. I have been busy. And I apologize in advance for not having a video uploaded sooner. I have been extremely busy, and we are going on vacation tomorrow, so we've been trying to get ready for that. But I needed to make this video really quick so y'all can at least be updated as to what all I have done. So let's go over here to the left. Remember, this was my initial entrance that I created. They were going to walk through the tunnel here, go through the haunted house, through all the shops, walk out here, and I was going to have a big courtyard area with more shops and a welcome station and all that kind of stuff. However, when I did that, I expanded my park, and I've built all this stuff over here, if you can see it. Now I'm going to zoom in, and we're going to see what all I've done since I've expanded the park. So let's go ahead and scroll over here, and I'll explain what all this stuff is here in just a second. So this is what I did. This is now my entrance to the park. I've got two spawn points, one here and one here, and I covered them up with these old, like, vintage buildings, you know. I haven't really thought of a storyline yet for it, but this is where the guests come in and out. That's the spawn point. So they come down here. There's 3 steps coming down to the entrance. I've got an information booth there as well as there, so they can buy their park maps and their priority passes. And they walk through the entrance here. And there's a lot of people just sitting around. That's awesome. And I got this little open area here, you know. And I've thought about putting some maybe headstones or something there, but I'm going to do a graveyard in another area of the park, so I may not do that. And they walk down this area that's kind of covered. I've got this covered like this simply because you kind of want it to be a surprise when they walk in the park. I mean, yes, you can see some of the tall buildings and some of the tall rides I've got, but the initial idea is the initial shock factor. So they walk in to this big building here. This is my welcome center. And on the welcome center, what I'm going to do is on this big screen here, I'm going to have a video that I've made and edited on the newest ride that's available here. So that way the guests are always updated on that, or maybe put some park info up there, maybe like some park prices, or maybe I can, you know, somehow create a map. So the map is pointing to where the rides are, like a "you are here" X type thing, right? And then you have all this stuff around here. I haven't figured out how to do that yet, but I'm going to try. That would be a kind of a cool idea. So if you look here to your right, I have actually constructed a Mexican restaurant. So you walk in, you've got a big restaurant you can eat at. If you want to go inside and sit down and get out of the heat, cool off a little bit. And then this walks back this way, and there's nothing there yet, but I'm going to build more rides back there, which is eventually going to lead to it's going to kind of lead around this way and lead into the haunted house. So that's the entrance. And I was going to build a parking lot, and I still might do that. But right now I'm trying to get more rides and vendor stalls built, so we got some entertainment here in our park. Alright, then you look this way, and I built a bank. It's got 2 ATMs, 2 working ATMs there and there, so people can go and they can get money out to spend more money in my park. Then you come this way, and our first vendor stall. This is Dracula Fries. You know, I've actually built a sign for Dracula Fries, but I haven't put it up yet because I want to be able to put it on the inside there, and I may have to put a TV. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. And I've made some like menus and prices and all that kind of stuff too. So that'll be added in there within the weeks to come. This is the restrooms I constructed. You know, there's not technically a male-female sign, but you know, you just kind of pretend that this is the male, this is the female, or vice versa, however you want to do it. But that's my bathroom. This ride right here, you go straight. This is called Blackout, and it is a drop tower, and it's pitch black on the inside at night. Now, the daytime, it is you can still see. And I've got on the inside 3 screens on each side. If you look on the inside here, I got some TV screens. These TV screens are strobe lights. And my initial idea was for them to ride to the very top, and as they go up, the lights go out. And then when it's pitch black, when they drop in front of the screens flash. However, this ride does not have a sequencer on it. I mean, I could build a sequencer, but I haven't figured that out quite yet. I'm still working on the sequencer part to do it like a timer. But the trigger, that's what I'm looking for. This ride doesn't have a trigger like the roller coasters do. So I'm having to use a sequencer, which I haven't quite figured out yet. I will get that figured out eventually before the park opens to YouTube on Halloween. I will have that figured out. And then you walk back this way to my kiddie area, which I, ironically named Child's Play because it is Chucky, and he's scary. Let's look at it at night. The sign's pretty well lit, so you can see everything. I'll have to put some more lights around here. A lot of the details I'm going to wait to do. I'm building all my main constructions first, and then I'm going to go back and detail them because the details actually take longer than building the ride and stuff like that. So we're going to do all that later in later episodes. Then you come in, you got a carousel here, and you have Lubden's Lucky Drop, which if anybody follows horror movies like I do, Lubden is a leprechaun from the Leprechaun movies, and since he's small, I figured it would be a great kiddie ride. And then over here, I built what I called the ride. So this is the ride of Chucky. It still broke down, and I'm aggravated with my mechanics because they will not come fix it. I've already hired one. I've got 2 mechanics scheduled for this area, and they're not. So after the ride of Chucky, you turn around here, and I've got 2 little vendors that I built. I think one's like a milkshake place, and one's a smoothie shop for the kids. They got little sitting areas here they can do. This carousel seems to be doing pretty well. There's people in line there, and there's a lot of people in line for this Lucky Drop, so that's awesome. They're having to turn people away because the line is so long. So I have to extend that line maybe. Over here is a little arcade that I constructed. Now you can't obviously go inside and play the arcades, but it's just kind of a cool little prop for the kids. You see that in a lot of horror theme park or a lot of theme parks nowadays, are little arcades. And there's a guy. I got this from the Steam Workshop. I don't know. I cannot remember the person's name who made these arcades, and I apologize for that. But go check him out on the Steam Workshop. He does a fantastic job creating these rides. I wish I had the kind of time and patience to do stuff like that. He did a fantastic job. This is a little entrance for it with the bushes and stuff in the front. So that's my kiddie area so far. Like I said, Ride of Chucky's still broken down. I wanted to let y'all ride it, but it's broke down. But we could ride it in a future episode if they don't get fixed. But this is my kiddie area. I got to finish the fence around here, which is going to take some time. But overall, I'm going to add a couple more rides, and then my kiddie area will be complete. Then you come out of the kiddie area, come up these stairs here, this little walkway, and here you've got Zombie Blood, which is a shaved ice, I think, something like that, similar, or smoothies or something like that. And I call it Zombie Blood, and you'll see why I call that in a minute. This is actually a pretty popular place. This place, guests would not stay away from it, which is awesome. I love it because it's making me money. Here, how this little thing overlooks, I'm going to put a little sitting area here. I've got to flatten it out some more and probably expand this out some more. But I'm going to put like a little sitting area here so people can sit and look out above the park a little bit and kind of see, have a really good, they can have scenery, a good view here. This is something I created. This is a little staff lodging area. The for the staff to rest. I made it look like an old shack, just like as a prop, but the staff actually can go in there and rest. And then I built this little creek here, all the way back, and I built this drainage here. And this is probably where I'm going to build my IT rod and have them going in here into the sewer. I'm not sure how I'm going to build that yet, but that is something that's going to be coming in the next couple episodes. This is my favorite ride so far that I built. This is called Outbreak. And the story is plane crashed here in the little pond in front of the hospital carrying radioactive material and affected everybody, and the zombies have broken out. Now, you can walk inside this, and it's probably super busy. I'm assuming, the lines are long. But when you first walk in, this is what you see. You got zombies here, a car that crashed back there, the sprinklers going off, radioactive material going off. And then the next room is like a cafe. I constructed these benches here, this little bar, this little decoration here. I decorated these tables. Man, one of these tables looked like it fell down. I put a drink machine. Then I built the door so you can go in there. Well, you really can't go in there, but it looks like you can, like a hospital was. Then you walk around the corner, and then you have, looks like the individual hospital rooms. So when you come down this hallway, I got a big screen that plays, I think, like every 30 seconds of zombies. Y'all saw it a second ago. There they are right there. Kind of a little scare for the people standing there. And then you have more zombies here, more radioactive stuff coming out, the blood dripping down there. And I got a green light up here that shines down on them at night, and we'll show that real quick so you can see it. So that's it at night. The green light shine on them, kind of giving that eerie effect. This took me quite a while to build, actually. It took me several weeks because of the detail that I've put in here, and I'm still not done with it completely, but I've got a lot more to do. And I've got a wall sticking out there right there that I got to fix. Let's go ahead and do that real quick before I forget. There it goes. Okay, cool. All right. And then I got an elevator that opens for people to go outside of the hospital. So, this is like the elevator that maybe went to a different level of the hospital before the zombies took it over. But that's what's there. And if you turn and look here, I have more police shooting a bunch of zombies coming, trying to hold them off for the guests, right? And you're just trying to evacuate the hospital at this point. And then you walk up this little ramp, and it's kind of low, but it'll be alright. You walk this way through the steps, and you walk down like this little hallway, just like the little walkway that you see in a lot of hospitals that walk over streets. I may go back and change that, like a clear glass, so that's kind of what it looks like. And then you walk in here, and this is the ride. And it's called Outbreak. And what we'll do is we'll ride this really quick so everybody can see it. And let's ride it at night. Well, no, let's ride it at daytime so you can see all the detail that I've done in it. So we'll go to ride camera, and let's enjoy watching this. And I'll come back to you when this is over. So as you see here, as the ride's coming to an end, I had a couple of scenes there, and I may end up adding some more. I've got to definitely add some lights so you can see it at night, but you know, overall I think it's a good ride, and it's a very popular ride. A lot of people ride it. These lines stay really, really busy. So let's exit this ride cam now, and I'll kind of show you the scenes I built more in depth. Of course, you saw the one when you came through the wall right there with the smoke and the little entrance. Right here, you'll see it here in just a second when the ride moves. I initially put this water here in the beginning, but I'll probably end up taking it out. You see how this is starting on the track and the zombies ahead? That opens as they go in there, and of course there are zombies on the inside, like right there by the ride, which kind of had a cool effect. And then the first scene I had was this one, which kind of like a zombie apocalypse. The newspaper's here, the newspaper's flying, the girl on top of the car, and then the zombies trying to get her there. And then the other scene that I had was this one here, at the very end. All the zombies trying to get in, right there with the fence knocked down. The guy sitting down, he don't know what's going on. He sees these zombies. The guy standing there, the zombies are trying to get to him, and I have the police officer shooting. And so the scene is that they activate on the trigger. You'll see him activate on the trigger here in just a second. Let's speed it up so you can see it. Speed up the ride real fast. Where's it at now? Okay. So if you watch, here in just a second, when the coaster comes down, it stalls, so they can really see it. These zombies are gonna activate on the trigger, which initially causes these guys to shoot the barrels and exploding them and shooting them back. So you'll see it here in just a second. Right there. See? So that adds it to the scene like a final big bang before they get off the ride. So that's everything I've constructed so far. I am working currently on Nightmare on Elm Street. However, I'm doing it in a separate map because I like to build my stuff in another map and then place it here because it just takes more time. And Ride of Chucky's still not fixed, so we can't ride that, unfortunately, until I get it fixed. So maybe the next episode we could ride this, and I can show you all that. I'm going to end the video here. Be sure you like, comment, subscribe, smash the bell so you can get all the notifications of when I post another video. And until next time, guys, stay safe.